A really important part of saving seed is making sure that that seed plant is isolated from other ones that are similar that might cross-pollinate it. And so what that often means for seed savers is that they have to use some kind of enclosure to make sure that that plant doesn't get cross-pollinated. And in this video, John Alcock is going to explain his very unique and interesting and maybe a little bit gross way of introducing pollinators into the isolated area that he couldn't just let in from everywhere to risk cross-pollinating from another plant in the area. So this is a clip from the full feature of last week's From the Field .farm video at Sunshine Farm in Kelowna, BC with John Alcock, and I hope you enjoy it. So, what's going on with the greenhouse? Is this an isolation for?
We used this for last year. We grew snow white carrot seed in here, and we had the polytiv on the roll ups and then on the ends, and then we did a crop of rouge sang violette carrot seed out in the garden. We were about I think there was 4 100-foot rows, and I think we were only down half a kilo from what the field produced. But of course, as you know, the carrots need pollinators. Carrot flowers need pollinators. So what we had to do was we had to introduce pollinators here. And an interesting way perhaps that we did that, and I usually end up talking about this at meal times for some reason, but we were trapping and euthanizing the invasive Columbia ground squirrel here, and we would put them in the freezer. They would get into the gardens, and between us trapping them and the dogs getting them, we amassed quite a few. We put them in the freezer, and then when we saw the first carrots starting to flower in here, we brought them out. We'd bring, like half a dozen at a time out, let them get totally infested with blue bottle fly eggs, and because blue bottles are really good pollinators for carrots. Bring the carcasses in to the greenhouse, lightly bury them. The smell is terrible, so it's good to bury them a bit. And the maggots crawl into the ground and pupate. When they pupate, of course the flies come out and pollinate the flowers. And like I say, we're comparing it to the amount of seed that we produced in the field. It's almost identical. It was amazing. So to do that controlled thing, Russ did some other things in here this year, but that worked really well. And this polytiv is really, really nice, good stuff. Wow. Yeah.